To unlock the operations map and see the Blackguard's devious and highly pollutant power bases, first, make sure that you're in a task force. Tap the operations map button at the bottom of your screen. This will lead to the Blackguard's mainland, where you and your task force will embark on specialized and extraordinarily dangerous operations, for which you must gather intelligence, also known as intel. Gathering enough intel from the archipelago attacks and defenses will help unlock the secrets of the Blackguard power bases. Not all battles will give you intel, but don't give up and keep attacking. You'll need a certain amount of intel to unlock operations. The further right you scroll on the map, the more intel is required, and the harder the operations become. However, they will also yield higher force points for your task force should you defeat these power bases. One important thing to note is that operations last for 24 hours, and the map will reset itself after the operation is over. Let's start with an easy one, like the milk run. Here, we have 52 pieces of intel and need 20 to unlock this operation. After starting the operation, you will see some power bases. These are your main targets. Attacking a power base is a common effort between you and your task force, as it contains significant hit points. However, you also receive force points by destroying any other building in the power base. As you can see, it's going to be close to impossible to successfully complete this on your own. So use the chat to strategize, plot, and plan your attacks as a team, because each of you only has one attack within a 24-hour period. So make it count. Look here. Someone in my task force is currently attacking, and I get to spectate the attack in real time. It's my turn to give this operation a try. Like any other attack, there will be rewards. Your task force will collect force points. Each member who participated will receive a reward brought by boat to your base at the end of the operation. Here, you can choose between diamonds and resources, and not to mention glory on the leaderboards for you and To ensure that your base is protected from lost progress on your Android, you'll need your own device, your base, and your own Google account to use in Google's Play Games. Google Play Games is a versatile Android program that allows you to save game progress while letting you share your achievements and experiences with friends who also play games. Here's my base. I have a Google Play account, but my game is currently not attached to it. To ensure that my progress will always be saved, I'll start by entering my game settings, accounts, and tapping on Google Play Sign In. As you can see, there are a couple accounts currently in use on this device, so you really need to be sure that you're selecting your own before proceeding. That's really important. This is because in Boom Beach, your base can only be attached to a single Google account, meaning it will permanently attach itself to the first account selected that hasn't previously been attached to a base. It is your duty to protect your base, Commander. So create an account by tapping on Add Account and following the steps required. Or sign into your own Google account. I already have an account, so I'll select mine. A loading indicator will appear, notifying you with a welcome text. Be sure that this message contains your username. Now your base is primed for booming. Have a shiny new Android device you'd like to boom on? Or would you like to transfer your base to a working device? To move your base to this device, you will first need to set up the device with your Google account, as you should already have one. I'll go ahead and sign into my account, then set up my device preferences. Once your device is booted up, head over to the Play Store and download Boom Beach. When you open the game, a pop-up will appear alerting you that a base is already attached to the Google account you set up your device with. Tap on Load to get the base, as it should be yours. If you did not see a pop-up from the start, don't worry, as Android devices often work differently. Simply complete the beginner's tutorial and enter your game settings to connect your Google account as shown previously in this video. Once again, make sure to verify that the welcome text has your name on it. So don't forget, to safely destroy the Blackguard, have your own device, base, and Google account. With your headquarters at level 9, embark on an underwater mission to collect treasures in the dark, deep sea. Purchase a submarine in your shop and wait for it to be restored. To find diving spots in the archipelago, make sure you have a radar at level 7 or higher, and you have explored most of the map. Continue unlocking different areas in the map and keep an eye out for a yellow buoy with a flag. This is a dive spot. Tap on it and you'll be transported underwater, where you can choose how deep you want your submarine to dive. To explore the deep sea and see what treasures can be found, you can scroll down or tap on the exclamation mark icons to take you to that specific diving depth. Notice the text at the top right corner of your screen. This shows how many dives you have in this particular diving spot. Keep in mind, all dive locations have their own independent amount of dives. One thing that should also be noticed is that you cannot get all the treasures that are in one dive location, as there are less dives than there are treasures. So be smart about which dives you go for. The treasures that can be found can be anything from iron bars to diamonds to stone to some mystery treasure. Go ahead and choose what dive you will take, and you will be transported back to your map, where you can see how long it will take for the dive to be completed. You cannot speed up the dive missions you make, and this is because you can get the most powerful resource in the game, Power Stones, and there is no way to speed this up, Commander. When the dive time is completed, your submarine will be waiting for you at your base to collect your treasures. And here you can see what treasures the submarine discovered. Well, Commander, get to diving and good luck. Have you ever wanted to team up with your fellow commanders? Well, with this update, we'll be introducing task forces, a specially suited crew with the sole mission of destroying the Blackguard's new, devious, and highly pollutant power bases. Are your headquarters at level 6? Excellent. Then we can start by creating a task force of our own. On the left-hand side of your screen, you'll notice a new tab with a star in the middle. This is your task force command. Enter the Create tab and decide on a cool name. Remember, you won't be able to change it later. Then, add your description and edit your team's badge to your liking. That looks intimidating. Good. Then, choose your invite status. Would you like anyone to join? That means any player can join if they would like to. Maybe have them join by request. With this setting, players must request to join your task force. Only leaders and officers can approve or decline requests. Keeping your task force closed means no one can request to join it. So you should only choose this setting once you feel your task force has enough members. Please note, task forces come in 4 different sizes, 5 to begin with, and upgrading the task force can allow 10, 25, and 50 members. After you're happy with your setup, hit the Create tab and you'll be on your way. Please note, you can only create a task force once per week. If you'd like to join a pre-existing task force, simply enter your task force command and choose the Find tab. You'll be given some recommended task forces with players of similar skill, or you can search for a specific one. All task forces have a unique tag, making them easy to find. The tag is located in the Task Force Command Info Summary. Simply type the unique tag into the search function. This will yield the exact task force you are looking for. I'll search for my friend's task force now, then request to join. Like any well-equipped military organization, task forces need ranks. You will find a leader, officers, and members. Leaders have the right to start operations, promote and demote officers and members, as well as accepting, rejecting, and kicking out others. Officers are also able to start operations and accept or reject requests to join. Members, however, just follow orders. Requests are displayed in the chat log, and remember, only leaders and officers can accept or decline requests to join. The Task Force command has a global leaderboard. Here, you'll find top-ranking task forces from all around the world. Check out who is dominating with force points according to the size of the task force. Successfully complete enough operations, and maybe you'll find your team at the top. The task force is an excellent way to keep in touch with your fellow commanders. Prepare for Colonel Gearhart. Heir to Gearhart Arms Incorporated, this weapons tech mastermind brings share prices up, then knocks invaders down. With your headquarters and radar at level 15, you can find her on one of Hammerman's old islands. Defeat his level 45 headquarter base to unlock the Gearhart event. But be prepared. You'll only have 3 chances to destroy her base during the day's time limit. Keep in mind, the damage you do on each attempt will carry over to your next attacks, giving you further chances for victory and destruction. The more you destroy, the more rewards you'll receive as indicated by reward thresholds on the left-hand side of the screen. Let's see how much damage we can deal. Rewards include special resources called prototype modules. Prototype modules are used to assemble experimental defense weapons, built at the Weapon Lab, also unlocked at Headquarter Level 15. Prototype modules include the Critical Fuse, Complex Gear, Power Rod, and Field Capacitor. Together, these parts create different categories of prototype weapons, like shock blasters, laser beams, damage amplifiers, doom cannons, and shield generators. Due to their instability, prototype weapons will break down and explode after a limited time. Furthermore, you can only have 1 or 2 prototype weapons on your base at a time, depending on the level of your weapon lab. Keep in mind, prototype modules can be found by destroying as much of Gearhart's war factory as you can, randomly accrued from Dr. Terror, submarine dives, once in a while from normal battles, and defending your base against Lieutenant Hammerman. Lieutenant Hammerman is out for vengeance for all the times you've destroyed his bases. Once a week, Hammerman will gather a Blackguard fleet in your archipelago. Trigger his attack by tapping on his ship and pressing Defend. But before the raid, check out the troops he'll use. This allows you to optimize your base or boost statues for a greater chance at victory. Hammerman attacks in 7 stages, each with increasing difficulty. You can try to beat any given stage as many times as you want. Only after successfully fending off Hammerman will you be rewarded with prototype modules. The tougher the stage, the more rewards you will get. However, should Hammerman beat you, all he will take is your dignity. Deploying several waves of tough troops on each stage, while also using his gunboat abilities, Hammerman comes prepared.